All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to Test 2 with, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Krueger, the Fasting King. Say hey.
James, what's up, buddy? I don't know about the king. I would say I'm a student of fasting.
Well, you're a black belt. I'm approaching brown belt. I'm about the color of my shirt.
I think when you're down 100 pounds in your 50s and keeping it off, I'll send you a black belt in the mail if that's what you want.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
it's also going to be a belt that's a lot smaller than your old belts.
Yeah, right. The old belt would have to be like something to like moor a boat. But all right. Well, anyway, so this is us. We're live. This is the James Lugo Show, and it's going to be, the last couple of months have been I've been in a quandary. Like, what am I going to do with my life? Like, I'm into music in the studio and recording and making rock and roll, but I'm also into this whole weight loss, beast feast fast, exercise, boxing. And I figured, you know what, let's just marry it. So I took and I simplified my life because I had kind of like two of everything. And I said, you know what, exercise, boxing. Well, now I'm hearing myself talking.
Yeah, what's that feedback about?
That was weird. I don't know. Okay, we're back. Well, you know what? I'm not hardwired in. I'm on the, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, so this is the new thing. And obviously you've been a huge part of this. So this is our test just to see that we actually can figure out how to do this. So tomorrow I have my first official podcast, and it's with one of the biggest amp designers and his podcast guy, Dave Friedman and Mark Kazansky. And so I think by the end of tomorrow, we should be able to work. I'm glad we did this today. But anyway, so you're going to probably be our first fitness, health, fasting dude. So tell everybody who you are.
I'm Chris Krueger. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/T Super Challenge. And I think you found me there, a year ago, 16 months, 2 years ago?
Yeah, about a little over a year ago. I mean, I was probably 260 pounds when I found you.
Yeah. So my thing is, I really hate chronic Western disease. So every single minute of the day, another American dies of heart disease. About every other minute of the day, an American dies of cancer. And then you go down the list from there. So there's Alzheimer's, dementia, diabetes, obesity. And all of this suffering happens for no reason other than we allow a culture that is based on consumerism to alter our diet, lifestyle, and environment. And if we take control of our diet, you can't conform, you can't go with the flow if you want to avoid these diseases. We live in a culture that puts everyone on track to get those diseases. So if we just make a few simple changes to diet, lifestyle, environment, and the top three changes that I talk about all the time is beast and feast and fast. So if we take control, if we do those three things, then nobody needs to suffer from heart attack, heart disease, cancer, stroke, diabetes, Alzheimer's, COPD, chronic pulmonary diseases, lung disease, I suppose you would say. And it's really that simple. If you want to live longer, feel stronger, if you want to be happy, healthy, strong, and most importantly, resilient, if you want to be able to bounce back, kind of the way you've done is let's ask you, are you happier, healthier, stronger, and more resilient than ever before in your life at this moment, despite that you're 50 or in your 50s?
53.
53. There you go.
Yeah. No, I am. And I'm learning. I mean, the more I do this, the better I get at it. I've had a few major awakenings just today, so it's good, man. I mean, are you kidding me? Hey, Karen, you're live on the web. What kind of condition do you think I'd be in right now if I hadn't changed 20 months ago? 20 months ago, I was 275. I had high blood pressure, pre-diabetic, sleep apnea. I had knee surgery, eczema. I was miserable. I was depressed. I mean, dead depressed.
I was miserable.
You were miserable, but you had me in your life, and I'm awesome.
You're awesomely depressed. So what you just ticked off there, I mean, there were other things that are part of that are caused by that suffering, but you just ticked off like all 5 of the things on metabolic syndrome or syndrome X. So that is your waist is too big, is bigger than it should be. You've got visceral fat being stored. You're overweight. You're not insulin sensitive any longer. You probably had rock bottom good cholesterol, rock bottom HDL cholesterol. And if you check 3 of those 5 boxes, you have syndrome X or metabolic disease. If you check all 5 of them, I mean, it's just, there's no need to suffer. You were what, 50, 51 years old? I mean, I think the age of what a young guy is keeps getting pushed back. But at 51, you should be full of vitality. And at 53, now that you've made these changes to your diet, lifestyle, environment, you are full of vitality. So all of that suffering that you were enduring that was causing you to be depressed, and I said this in the video the other day, is you can be fat or you can be happy, but you can't be both.
Yeah.
Because all of the things that are making you fat are also making you depressed. It is a survival mechanism that when you are undernourished, when you keep feeding back into this vicious cycle, this awful feedback loop, when you keep feeding into it, your body's survival mechanism is to become depressed. You're not getting enough exercise. Your body says, oh man, we need to move less. We need to exercise less. You're not happy and optimistic. Your body says, we need to become more depressed. We need to hang on, we need to hang on to every single calorie and wait out this long, cold winter. It's basically putting you into hibernation mode. And I think we just coined the term there, hibernation mode. It's because people for so long have misused starvation mode. Like, oh, well, if I don't eat 6 times a day, my body's going to switch into starvation mode. No, your body is already in hibernation mode. It's already saying, I'm a bear. It's cold outside. There's nothing to eat. I'm just going to sit in this cave until this time passes. So until you literally get yourself out in the sunshine, making vitamin D, moving around, and doing these things, your body's going to stay with the switch in hibernation mode and make depression a regular part of your life. And I'm so proud of you for the changes you've made, because it's awe-inspiring. Like, if you as a 51-year-old man with no special health or fitness background can make these changes and lose 100 pounds in 20 months, then everyone can do it. And it's doing the things you did, making little changes, little tweaks to diet, lifestyle, and environment.
Yeah. All right, well, let's save it, because we're gonna set up a podcast in the next week or so with Chris, and he's gonna get to go crazy.
Is there anybody watching us now?
There's 6 viewers. That's what
6
I'm saying.
viewers.
We haven't even announced it, and there's people watching.
Can we get in on the Q&A here?
Yeah, I know. The only one that popped in was me. I said, yo, in case anybody saw it. I got it on another screen here. All right, so 2 things. One, all right, so I got two questions. One, do you literally just do 1 meal a day every single day?
No, I say I would do 1 or fewer meals per day. So
you do the full fasting.
It's binary. It's 1 or 0. And for a long time, I was doing 6 meals a week. So I just would not eat Saturday night. I think moving forward with my practice of fasting is, yeah, I'll eat dinner 7 nights a week, but my plan is once a month or maybe even seasonally is to go on that longer fast. Like a few weeks ago, I did the 96-hour fast.
Right.
And the thing is, the first day of that fast is the hardest. After that, your metabolism actually ticks up. Your body starts pumping a little more adrenaline. So your metabolism actually heightens the longer you're on the fast, and it feels easier. So I think ultimately where I want to be is 96, so like a 4-day fast to a 7-day fast. And as I've been into the 5th day before, but I want to try to make it specifically that during my fast is I'm saying, do I wake up with a rock hard erection, and am I able to really perform sexually? And that is the simple test of when the fast should end, I believe. So if I'm like, I wake up, I've got enough testosterone, there's enough zinc in my body, I'm still making sperm, I'm performing sexually, that means I'm still in the cycle of life is good. I'm in the summer on the savannah instead of hibernation in the cave. So I want to stretch that out, and then maybe the day after it's like, you know what? You're feeling a little, like maybe my body's getting harder from getting leaner and being totally keto adapted and burning all my excess body fat. But if my penis is getting softer, then I'm going to be like, okay, the fast ends tomorrow. And that's my plan moving forward.
Well, that's awesome. All right. And the other question was, on that note, how do people find you? Like, what's your website, your whatever?
Okay, so my website is effortless8.com. And what I'm launching there is a brand new academy. So all of the things I do, all of the learning I've done, every resource that I can create as myself as a student of true health and effortless fitness, I'm putting into that academy, constantly updating it, and we are just about ready to send an email inviting people to start joining. So I'm very excited about that. I actually have a big call with my web guy tomorrow to put together the email and get it sent out.
All right. Well, listen,
so that is right around the corner.
This is our test, and it was already good stuff. I'm going to end it now because I got a beast.
I got a beast.
I mean, I got a feast.
You got a feast, yeah. Like, it's a life for beasting in your time zone.
Tell you, you really helped. You've helped me a lot, man. I've been following you since, you had like 3 or 4 videos that I watched every day. The one, the 3 to 5%. There were like 3 or 4 of them that I watched every day. And I actually went out to LA and got to hang out with you and your beautiful family and hung out. And I got to, yeah, that's my wife, Karen.
Karen, what's up?
Krueger. He's a beast, feast, faster.
I know.
But
she knows.
yeah, it's funny. I see your videos of you in the backyard, and I'm like, I know where he's at. I know Park La Brea.
You've been there.
But listen,
that's the thing. It's like anyone that has the courage, like you had, to reach out to me and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm trying. I'm working at it, or this is how I'm suffering. Can you help me? That's exactly who I like. My purpose in life is spread the practice of beasting, feasting, fasting so that everyone gets to experience true health and effortless fitness, so that nobody has to suffer from these stupid, pointless, and unnecessary diseases. Yeah. And you're a prime example, and I love you for that.
Oh, I love you too, man. All right, so listen, we'll figure out a game plan on when we want to do this, and we'll get it up on Facebook, and we'll get a bunch of people, and,
that'll be the jam.
We can save the world one fat ass at a time.
One healthy transformation at a time.
That's it. He's always positive. I always go on the dark side. All right. Well, listen, man. Chris Krueger, thank you. This was just a test, and it was already great, man.
Let's call this podcast 0. So I'm totally fine with having podcast number 1.
It's called Test Podcast. Chris Krueger, the Fasting King.
And it's going on. This will be on your YouTube.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the YouTube. People are watching live now. It'll be up. It'll be up now. So. Yeah, it'll be on the. She's making fun of me. Anyway, all right, man. Well, let's chat. Now we've kind of figured out how to do this. I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we did this because I think once I do a couple of these, because this is great, man. The Google Hangouts. You should do this. I mean, you got 50,000 subscribers, man. You'll have people on there asking you all kinds of questions.
Yeah. Well, my plan is we're going to do Facebook Fridays where I'll get on, but it'd be so great to get on. For a Google Hangout and a YouTube thing once a week also.
Hey, and you know what? When I got back from LA, we made the short rib thing like you guys had made. It wasn't as good. Like, I need to know the deal with. You need to make a video because you talk about it and you had it up the other day, but you're like, oh, do this, like you need, like we did a specific video. My wife's bone broth soup is absolutely unbelievable. It takes her like 28 hours to make it. We do start with a fresh organic chicken. The whole works down the line. You need to teach us how to make this short ribs because that was like legendarily good, good. And, even the spinach thing was like, I would never really like sauteed spinach, but it was really good. So, if you got me saying spinach is good, that's unbelievable. So but yeah, we gotta get down on how to make the short ribs exactly like the Kruegers.
Okay, well I'll put it in the newsletter.
Yeah. All right, man. I gotta get going, but I love you. Let's talk today or tomorrow. We'll set up a time.
Yeah, we'll set us up.
Make a flyer. You can get it out. I'll get it out, and we'll get some people and we'll make some noise. All right.
100%, buddy.
All right, everybody. Chris Krueger in the house.
All right. See you, James.
All right. Bye.